Welcome back to Religion in the News. Joining me today is relationship expert Jason Miller. Welcome to the show, Jason.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so Jason, I'm sure the viewers at home want to know, why do you consider yourself as a relationship expert?
Okay, I hear that a lot. Well, basically, any expert has a strong passion, extensive books and research, learns from his experience and other people's experiences, and he has a strong drive to know his topic. And you know, if I did the same thing in law, I would be a lawyer. If I did the same thing in medicine, I would become I would be a doctor. So luckily, thank God, I chose relationships, love, and marriage.
Okay, so speaking of relationships, love, and marriage, I know the viewers at home are probably sitting at the edge of their seats wanting to know the golden question: why do men and women cheat?
Well, I'm going to give you the quick version. Why are there rapists? Why are there child molesters? Why are there murderers? Why are there cheaters? Although everybody doesn't have those same problems, it's either in you or it's not. So that's how I look at cheating. It's either in you or it's not. There's no golden rule to it. It's either in you or it's not.
Would that be a personal opinion?
And I've done so much research on it. I really believe, because there's some guys and some women out here that wouldn't even think about cheating. So no, I think it's either in you. I think it's a fact.
I wonder if it's in me, because I'm So now, you've written a lot of books that support you being an expert, and you just recently written a book about struggling women.
Yeah.
How is it that you can write a book about a struggling woman and you're a man?
Perfect. I love that question. They say it's a man's world, right? It's a man's world. But if you look at statistics of single mothers in America, women are responsible for raising the man of this world, the future man, the future fathers of this world. So if it took a man to create a single mother, it should probably take a man to fix that problem. And that's why I feel like I'm that man.
And then when is this book coming out?
The beginning of January. I'm very excited about it.
Okay, did you interview any women at all, or how did you get thousands? Now, you just got married. What did your wife think about you interviewing all these women?
No, she's fine with it. She's fine with it. She actually sits in on some of the interviews, and she's by my side when I'm on the phone late at night, and yeah, she's fine with it.
Okay, and you also have a radio talk show.
Definitely.
Talk to me a little bit about that.
It's called Healing Hearts Radio, healingheartsradio.com, and we broadcast all over the country, speaking about everything from marriage, love, sex, everything that has to do with relationships, marriage, and dating. We cover it.
How many people listen right now currently?
We have about 400,000 listening nationwide, and I'm syndicated in Florida, in the Central Florida area.
And you come on every Tuesday. What was your last topic that you discussed on Tuesday?
It was a good topic. It was how to know if you're dealing with a loser or a potential, a potentially great partner in the first couple of dates. Like how to find out in the first couple of dates what type of person you're dealing with.
Real quick, tell us how to find that out.
It's exposure. It's like what we was talking about with my daughter. It's exposing, people to, the opposite sex. Like when you take your man home or you take your boyfriend home, who's the first person that either likes him or doesn't like him? The father. Because he's been consistently exposed to men, so he can tell a good man or tell a bad man as soon as he sees them. So we're just exposing women to the same thing that we've been exposed to.
Okay, Jason, so if anybody want to get in contact with you, more about relationships, listen to your radio, or get this book about struggling women, I'm going to buy it, how may they do that?
You can email me at jmiller@healingheartsradio.com. That's jmiller@healingheartsradio.com.
All right, thank you so much, Jason.
Thank you.
Okay, back to you, JR.
Thanks, Faith. Good morning again. I'm J.R. Ryder. My guest is a familiar face here on Religion in the News. He's also the president of Faith, Hope, and Love. Merlin Gonzalez, welcome to Religion in the News.
Thank you so much, JR.
Now, we're not here today to talk about you as a host of our program. We're also not here to talk about you as the president of Faith, Hope, and Love, though you're very well known throughout the city. You have a book, a brand new book, called Kingdom in Our Midst.
Yes.
And we're here to talk about that book today. Tell us a little bit about maybe the gist of what the book is and what it's about.
Yeah, it seems like, in many places where you go, you see this spiritual discontent in the Christian world, and even in the non-Christian world. And this book, its intent is to reignite the passion of the Christians to be the Christ in our midst.
Excellent.
Because really the kingdom is in our midst, as what Jesus said.
Now, you mentioned something that's prevalent. You said a little bit of discontent. Why do you think that is?
That's because, many, especially the young generation now, they're looking for something that's really, some kind of like the supernatural, because really God came here in Jesus Christ, and he actually inaugurated the kingdom. When he came and he said, as the Father has sent me, so I sent you.
Wow.
So there's the supernatural aspect of that in the natural.
Now, the subheading of your book is something dealing with God's dominion here on the earth.
Yes.
Talk to us about that point.
Yeah, the rule of God, really, the kingdom is not just like a place. It's the rule, it's the dominion, it's the rule of God in our lives. So if we bring the kingdom, if Jesus bring the kingdom and the rule here on earth, then we are also commissioned to exercise the authority, the favor of God here in our world.
Now, what provoked you to write this book?
What provoked me is that, as you mentioned, the Lord founded Faith, Hope, and Love through me, and, since 2005. And because of that, I got exposed to many denominations, many Christians, non-Christians, and the Lord had given me, experience and also some insights about the kingdom.
That's exciting. Your book's going to be coming out here in just a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's coming out probably December 15th, and you can order it through our website. I have my own website now, which is merlingonzalez.com, or you can order it at Amazon and also at Kindle. Now, one last thing that I'd like to share with you is that we probably heard about the 1040 window in the world. These are the countries that are hard to be reached. And what happens is that now we also have the next 1040 window here. Not because of the territory, but because of the apathy and conformity of, the Christians. We are to transform the world, but sometimes we became influenced by the world.
I see. Well, it sounds like a book we all may need to take a peek at. Kingdom in Our Midst,
Yes.
written by Merlin Gonzalez. Be coming out in 2 weeks. We'll pop up your contact information so that our guests can get a hold of you for more information on your book.
Yeah.
Merlin, thank you this morning for
Thank you.
being our guest on Religion in the News.
Thank you.
Carol, now to you.
Thanks, JR. Good morning, I'm Carol Sissom. When we return, we'll talk to someone who personally knows Rudolph and all of his reindeer friends. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Religion in the News. My guest today is Lauren Hardy, and Lauren is talking to us on the telephone all the way from Provo, Utah, Brigham Young University. Good morning, Lauren.
Good morning.
Lauren, thank you so much for joining us today with Religion in the News. You are bringing us some answers to some mysteries. And I understand that you grew up on a reindeer farm in Alaska, and you're going to explain to us what it's like to grow up on a reindeer farm and kind of some of the myths about Christmas and reindeers.
Sure. Yeah, it's really, really fun. It's a lot like a tourist attraction in the summertime. We have hundreds of people coming out every day, so you get to meet a lot of different people. But the best part is having reindeer in your backyard that can greet you in the morning, and they're just the cutest things.
Now, I understand some people don't believe there really are reindeer. Tell us what a reindeer really is. Is it a pet, or is this a wild animal, exotic pet?
It's more of an exotic pet. A caribou is like a wild reindeer, and a reindeer is a domesticated caribou. So that's the only difference between the two. But it's more of an exotic pet. The ones that are domesticated that live in my backyard are a lot like dogs. They just love to be pet and fed and attention.
So basically a reindeer is a lot like having a dog.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Now I understand you have had Rudolph and Dasher and Dancer. Who do you have with you on the reindeer farm right now?
Right now we have a Dasher and a Vixen, and we have about 30 reindeer that are actually trained to walk on a leash like a dog, and so they take turns pulling the sleigh for Santa Claus every year.
Now, I understand very recently you had a very famous visitor at the reindeer farm. I think we have a picture of him, Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah. Larry is a really funny guy. I'm really glad that I got to meet him when he came out. I actually spent most of the day with him. He's just the nicest guy, and he's got the best sense of humor.
And I understand you also have had you supply some of the reindeers for movies that we watch all the time at Christmas. Is that true?
Yeah, we locally will be in commercials, and we take the reindeer out to the glacier and things. And we've also sold several to Steve Martin's Working Wildlife, and they actually train all different animals for all different movies. So there are deer, but they're living in California where they can get easy access to all the movies.
And I understand you also supply reindeers for some of the modeling shots that we look at in magazines every day.
Sure, yeah. We did one a couple of years ago up on the glacier, and we did a Marlboro commercial, and we've done like a bunch. They're just super fun.
Well, Lauren, thank you so much for explaining to us some things about reindeer. Now, if someone in Indianapolis sees this show and wants to buy a reindeer, how do we get a hold of you?
The best way would be to call the Reindeer Farm phone number, which would be 907-745-4000. And there's a bunch of options, and so you can click on each button and they'll give you different information. And if you want to talk to a real person, you can do that there too.
That's awesome. We look forward to hearing more from you. Back to you, JR.
Thanks, Carol. That's it for today's Religion in the News. Tune in next month for another exciting episode of Religion in the News. We are sponsored by the Church Federation of Greater Indianapolis, and for more information on the Church Federation, visit indyfaith.org. On behalf of Carol, Merlin, Faith, and Lori, happy holidays to you and yours. We leave you now with our calendar. Have a great day.